good. Yep. Oops. Oh, here we see. We got a little bit too high. So this is what I was warning about earlier. Not to get this too high, because this is really annoying when you're running around in a deathmatch trying to kill people. So I'm gonna fix that real quick. So let's see, I think it was on this side. Nope, must have been the other side then. Well, only one way to find out. I gotta test it again. Build, and then let's test it. Yeah, and by the way, all this brush has no reference material. This is nothing to worry about. This is just brushes that you've left behind after adding and subtracting things in the world, so you don't have to pay attention to that so much. God damn it. So it works nicely from one side, but the other side is kind of blocked. We need to fix that. This should be enough, but you never know. You never know. Let's just try to play from this area. Let's see if this is correct. No, I think it works. Looks good. What's it? Yeah, looks good. No, we got a blocker. We got a blocker. Gotta fix that as well. So yeah, this could be really, really dangerous work, but as I said, I'm not going to be too perfect about this, as this is just a tutorial, but when I'm building my real levels, this is 99.9% of the time spent in a level design. Whiteboxing only takes a fraction of the time, and then lining stuff up and making it perfect is what takes all day. So now it looks like it's fitted nicely. Gotta just go downstairs and check that we haven't overstepped our boundaries. Of course we have. And this looks good. No, it doesn't. God damn it. So gonna fix that real quick. Usually if you see the material underneath, it means it's really, really close to the edge of what you can get it. So that's probably as close as you get. Yeah. Let's try that now. Oh, forgot to build. That's what happens when you forget to build. Let's see. Play from here. And that worked nicely. This works nicely. This works. And this works. Okay, great. Now that's out of the world. Let's get on with the animation. So if you open up your generic browser again, we have in the same package something called LT doors, or doorway. This huge V-shaped door. If you just select that and right click on your room and add actor, this time we're going to add it as an interp actor. This is basically sort of a static mesh, or a mesh that could move and actually be animated. So it's really important that you add that instead of a static mesh. You need to rotate this as well. And as I feared, this is a bit small, so we have to blow it up a bit with the non-uniform scaling widget again. Yeah. Let's see. That just looks stupid, doesn't it? Gonna shrink it a bit in. It's too fat, I think. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna actually flip this all the way around, so that instead of a V, we get an A. Cool. And we're not gonna move the door up, we're moving the door down, like this. Yeah, but first of all, we need to set it in the locked position or the closed position. After you've done this, I want you to open up your Kismet window, and that is the K with an arrow on the foot. So just click that. Oh no, forgot the trigger. That's really, really important. First of all, we need to add a trigger. The trigger that's going to activate the door when a player gets near it. So if you just right click, add actor, and add trigger, you'll get your trigger here. And then we enter properties, F4, and then we can see collision. Under collision you'll have collision components, where we could adjust the radius and heights of the collision. And I'm going to set this to 200 and to 100 in height. And just need to adjust its position. And it's important that you have selected this trigger when you open Kismet, because when we're in Kismet, this window right here, you're going to right click and new event using trigger touch. And this is the base of our virtual script. And now that you've done that, I want you to select your doorway or the door, and we're gonna go back into Kismet and right click new matinee. And once you've done that, you could go ahead and just double click the matinee, and here you get somewhat of a editing line with the timeline on the bottom. What we're going to do here is set up the frames for the animation, and first of all we need to create a new group, or a new group for the doorway. So we're just going to call this door, and after that you're going to right click the door or the door group and select add new movement track. And what it does is, since we've selected the interp actor or the door, we have now said that we want to put a movement on the door, but we actually haven't done anything with the door yet. So if you see all the way at the bottom here, you got this slide bar. If you put this really as close as you get to 1 second, and then click the add key, the little button all the way to the left under file, we add the first point of our animation. But we haven't done anything with the door yet, so we have to actually adjust to the first second of the animation. So what we're just going to do now is go back into the game and pull the door down. And as you can see, you get this little yellow line all the way from the top and down. And what you can do now is just pull your slide bar back, and you can see the animation in its full. You could actually just hit play and see how it looks. Awesome. After you've done that, that is just basically how the animation would work. You could just close the matinee, and we need to do something in the Unreal Kismet sequence as well. When touched, we want it to play the matinee animation, and when it's untouched, we want it to reverse, meaning that it'll just do the reverse motion. So when it's down, it will not just replace and jump back to its start position, but it will actually reverse the movement like a rear door would. So yeah, and we need to set, as you can see, maximum trigger count is set to 1. That means it can only be done once. We need to set that to 0 to make it infinite. So now we can just close Kismet and build again, and we'll check if it works. It should work. Ooh, black door. Oh, there we go. And as you see, we have some issues with the lighting here. And I think that is because we're using a point light. I'll check that real quick. And this is a dynamic actor, and this does not cast dynamic lights. So if you just select both these lights with control, which I'm unable to do, there we go, and hit F4 for properties, we're gonna go to the light section, expand that, and the light components, scroll a bit down, and you see the lighting channels. You have something called dynamic here. If you toggle that on, we should be able to see the mesh on the door. just rebuild again and hit play from here. Oops, that was a bit up. Yeah, of course I haven't done that with the lights on the other side, but yeah, as you can see, there's now a mesh on the door. Ooh, I can shoot right through the door. That's not good. Let's fix that. Just go on properties on the door and you can go on collision. And it says no collision. If you just put it to block all, it will block all fire, all movement and everything. Great. So if we hit, I'm just gonna adjust the lights in the other room as well so they cast dynamic light. I don't know if you saw it, but the lighting was no good on the door from that side as well. So just gonna toggle dynamic here and build, and we'll see. Now play from here, and what a beauty, right? Now I'm not gonna duplicate this for all the doors. I've showed you how you do it. You can do that on your own. But I'm going to show you how to add some materials and stuff like that to make this look a little prettier. Or first, we could actually add weapons. That would be a lot more fun. So yeah, weapons. If you open up your generic browser and go to the actor class tab, navigation points, expand that, and you should have something called a pickup factory. And expand UT pickup factory, and on the bottom here you have the UT weapon pickup factory. And as anything in the generic browser, you just need to select it, right click, and add UT weapon pickup factory here. We're going to put this right beside the door. The key here is that we haven't actually told this pickup factory what it needs to spawn yet. So just close the generic browser, hit F4 for properties, and expand the UT weapon pickup factory, and you see it says none. Here you have the different weapons, so you could just, for example, flak can is a really popular weapon. And yeah, let's build and check it out. Oops, what went wrong? There we go, and there's our flak can. Unfortunately, now we don't have any ammunition, so managed to take some damage. So what we're going to do is we're going to add some ammo for the flak can. So then again, we're going to open up the generic browser, go to actor classes, navigation points, pickup factory, UT pickup factory, and UT item pickup factory. Now you can see we have ammo, armor, and health, and we're, as I said, going to add some ammo. So I'm going to find the flak can ammo, and as before, we're just going to right click the scene and add flak can ammo here. Now usually there's 2 or more ammo beside any pickup, so we're just going to